Welcome back to another video. We are in the Open and Master League. We're going to do a slightly different team where we combine non-legendaries and a legendary. We are featuring the Mamoswine Dialga and Hydreigon in the back, double dragons in the back, and we have the Mamoswine here in the front to be a generalist, the non-legendary generalist of Master League. It does get its first goal, which is to get a shield. So, job well done by the Mamoswine. Let's break down shields. Here, we're going to go for a potential another shield breaker. So, we go for another avalanche. We do get the second shield, which is fantastic. And because they ended up shielding the avalanches, we are able to get to a third avalanche to barely not take out this Dialga. And then here we go for a quick swipe. We do swipe all that energy that they just had on that Dialga. We are met with the Kyogre, so interesting enough that they think the Kyogre is their best answer to this Hydreigon. So that tells us we are definitely fair to switch into our Dialga. Perfect. And we get met with a Groudon, so we do get the energy advantage. And our opponent ends up throwing the Fire Punch bait. They never got to the Precipice Blade. So we do take another Fire Punch here, and now because they baited twice, we are able to get this Iron Head off, and we are able to get to this Draco Meteor to take out this Kyogre. So GG's to our opponent right there. Unfortunate for them, they ran into two dragons in the back, and not only that, the Mamoswine just took out all their shields. So next game here, let's see what we're gonna face. Like I said, Mamoswine here is pretty good generalist, so we use it as the lead here. We are going to be met with the Excadrill. This Excadrill is going to be able to get to this move first. Luckily, we can tank the first one, so we don't have to shield this first one. We're going to throw a move before they get to theirs. We go for this Avalanche. Worst case, it is going to do a chunk of damage. They do decide to switch out into the Kartana. Whoa! We have a Master League Kartana running Razor Leaf. Are they trying to fish out? Or are they trying to find Kyogres and Groudons? Luckily, we are able to farm down the Kartana. We have enough energy to throw two Iron Heads towards this Togekiss. So this Togekiss will have to tank a super effective Iron Head, but it is still left with a sliver of health. Luckily for us, we had so much energy stored up with our Mamoswine, we are able to take out this Togekiss immediately. And then now we're going to come in with our Hydreigon, and now our opponent realizes their fate, and that is GG's to our opponent right there. Unlucky that their Kartana just couldn't quite get the matchup they wanted. Because if they had Kartana versus our Mamoswine, it would have been a completely different story, right? So we just got great alignment right there, and we just maintain alignment. Next, here we have the classic generalist of legendaries of Mewtwo and the generalist of non-legendaries Mamoswine. Who's going to be able to bait each other? We know that we can survive one side strike, so we let the first one go. We're going to throw this move here before they get to their next move. Will we get a shield? We do get a shield, which is great. And then we are allowed to get to another avalanche here. This avalanche does get another shield from our opponent. Oh, we just don't get to that last avalanche right there, so we get full farm down. So we had to call a little bit of a bait right there. It ended up being the side strike, which does resisted damage towards that Hydreigon. And then here we have to shield here to keep this Dialga relatively healthy. And then we're making sure we throw a move right before they get to another charge move, because we actually want this Dialga, healthy enough to where they actually end up coming in with their Mewtwo and throwing the side strike. So we know that we have to throw this Iron Head pretty quickly because they're very close to another move. We take out the Mewtwo, and we are met with the Kyogre in the back. So we're going to try to catch a move here. Unfortunately for us, we do not catch the move, but we force them to go to a potential Blizzard if they are running Blizzard to take us out. So GG's to our opponent right there. The Mamoswine actually did a really good job of breaking down shields again and taking that Mewtwo for a fight that it probably shouldn't have won. Alright, so this is actually a very tough situation for us. This Melmetal potentially could be running Superpower, Rock Slide, the Iron Bash move. So we're going to find out what they are running. They do decide to come in with the Superpower first and dip. They decide to switch into their Kyogre, so that allows us to take advantage of that situation. We come in with our Dialga. So we know the Dialga is terrible against the Melmetal, so we decide to use it to take down this Kyogre. And we're going to do something here where we're going to farm it down, and then we keep this Dialga low enough to where if they come in with their Melmetal, if they decide to farm us down, it's not as much farm. We do get to one Draco Meteor and another Iron Head. This second Iron Head does almost nothing, so we do just chip it away. So heads up play by my opponent on not shielding the Iron Head, number one, but also throwing a move when we switched into our Mamoswine to basically waste our energy. In this situation here, we throw the Brutal Swing. Our opponent ends up tanking it, and now we just have to shield and farm down. I think that play right there for my opponent was to actually shield this Brutal Swing and then potentially farm down my Hydreigon. So now we are able to do chip damage with our Dragon Breaths. We force out energy from our opponent. They debuff themselves, and our Dialga ends up having enough health to farm it down. So GG's to us, and GG's to our opponent right there. Luckily for us, they actually just debuffed themselves, which allowed us to farm them down without having to throw a move at the end. So we're here with the classic Mamoswine versus Dialga. They actually switch into their Kyogre, which forces us to go back in with our Dialga. We're going to try to do the same thing. It looks like this Kyogre is running the Surf, so we know that we don't have to shield any of these. And once again, we are trying our best to get this Dialga relatively low, so our opponent doesn't farm us too much. Here, they potentially could throw in their Dialga. We're kind of watching what comes in. It ends up being a Ho-Oh, so we have to go for this Draco Meteor. Our opponent ends up shielding, and here we are keeping track of how many Incinerates are going through, and this potentially could be a Brave Bird, so we called it correctly. We switch out. We're in the one shield situation versus the Dialga, so we're going to go for this Avalanche here. Regardless, it's going to do chip damage, which is the point. We decided here to let go of this Mamoswine because we actually want to be able to farm down this Dialga, which is perfectly done. Now we have a one shield situation, but luckily enough, we have so much energy on our Hydreigon, we can basically just farm down at that point. So nice little play right there, and nice recognition by us. Let us know about this team, and hope you enjoy the video.